Hello everyone, my name is Zuka and in this video we will talk about PvT on StarCraft 2. I will explain you how to beat a mech playstyle. You will see that it's really easy if you know what to do. Let's go to the replay. We are on Disco, I'm the blue Protoss at the top left corner and there is a red Terran at the bottom right corner. We'll go in my vision and I will explain you my build order and how I react. We'll begin with a pylon at 14 at this position. It's really important in PvT to block the Reaper path. So pylon here, gateway and cybernetic core. And the Reaper can only go by this way. And I will add my gateway at 16, my gas at 17. I scout after the pylon. You can scout after the gateway if you want, but I love this kind of scout just because I can react against the proxy. So as you can see, I miss the SCV here. I saw it, but I totally miss it. And there is a proxy. There is a proxy. It's common when you play against a mech playstyle, something like proxy racks or proxy reaper, because you don't really need his racks at home. Okay, so I scout him. You see, there is no CC, and I see a Rax. So he fake his proxy. He fake his proxy, and I totally can't really know that there is a proxy because when I scout, I see the Rax. So for me, this is a standard Reaper expand. So I will expand. I will not react with a fast unit. Okay, I try to scout again. I see that there is 2 gas. So 2 gas can mean something like Mass Reaper, Proxy Marauder, or a mech playstyle. This is a really fast second gas. So for me, at the moment, this is something like a fast factory at this position, and something like maybe 1 base Banshee tank or something like this. I don't really know at the moment. Okay, so I add my cybernetic core at 20. I will add my second gas and I play really standard. Here I will try to put a little pylon at this position. It can be really good because you can force the fly of the building. If you want to do something like fast lab tech with the factory, it will be forced to fly. So it can be good if he wants to do a fast reactor or lab tech. So against something like double gas, I always try to do it. And I don't cancel it because I want to see if there is a factory, because most of the time the factory will be at this position, but there is no factory. I see the Reaper, and this is a really fast Reaper because it comes before my first unit. So here I know that it's a proxy. But it's really strange that it comes by this position. So this is, as you can see, a Mass Reaper. Not really a Mass Reaper because there's only only 2 racks. Sorry, but there is some Reaper. So here I try to I try to to save my units, and he only kill 2 probes, so this is good. At the moment, I don't know if there is a Mass Reaper or something like this. I don't know if there is a 3 racks Reaper. So I will add 1 shield battery at this position. I change my rally point to my main base, and yeah, I play safe. But now I see the factory and I see the CC, so I know that he's going to a macro game. He's not focusing on the cheese, so I can, yes, I'm in a good position now. This is okay, this is totally okay. So this game is really strange. This is why I want to show you this game, because it will be a mech playstyle after a proxy, but the proxy works. To be honest, it did some damage, so this is good for him. This is really good for him. So the game is even at the moment because I lost some probe, I cut some probe, and he did a really good proxy. So here I see the double factory. To be honest, in this game I was really focused on this, and I didn't really see the second factory. I don't know why, but I didn't really watch this second factory. But if I see this second factory, I know that it's a mech playstyle. I totally know that it's a mech playstyle. Okay, so here I add another shield battery to be safe, and I will go to a standard robotic playstyle. I really recommend you to play robotic if you don't know how your opponent is playing. To be honest, for me, Stargate playstyle is really hard in PvT, so I prefer playing with a robotic playstyle. Okay, I have 4 stalker, and now I will simply play my micro. If you know how I play, I really love the Colossus drop. At the moment, I always do it. I almost always do it because I think that it's just a strong playstyle and really easy to do. So I do 1 observer. I add my robotic bay, and I will add 1 war prism just after this. So to be honest, here I don't know that it's a mech playstyle because I didn't see the second factory, a fly's factory. So when I watch through the fog of war, I only see 1 lab tech and the robotic, which can be totally standard, which can be really totally standard. The only strange thing is this. So through the fog of war, for me, this is probably a standard playstyle after a cheese. But here the cheese is finished. So here I will try to find if there is some Reaper on the map. If I can kill them, it would be really good for me. And you will see how I switch and how I know when I have to switch. So you always have to expand. A standard expand is around 4 minutes 30, but here I hold the proxy, so it's 1 minute later. Not a big problem, not a big problem. I will add my Colossus, and I will probably do the speed of... Sometimes I don't do it. Oh, no, I did directly the range. I did directly the Colossus range in this game. It depends, it really depends. If I want to play on very aggressive playstyle, I will add... I will play with a fast war prism to drop my Colossus. But if I want to play really defensively, I will do directly the thermal lens. Okay, I add my two forge because here I'm just safe. I know that it doesn't do more units, and the racks is still at this position. So to be honest, it doesn't have enough units to do some damage. With my ops, I can see his base, so I can see if he try to go outside of his base, and yeah, I will just check. So here I see the missile turret, I see the wall, and see that there is no unit. And of course, now I know that it's something like a mech playstyle, and this is where I will show you how to play and how to switch when you realize that it's a mech playstyle. So here I have my Colossus, and you will see that it's simply really good. It's simply really good with a raw prism. In defense, it's amazing. In attack, it's amazing, and that's the reason why I always play with a Colossus drop. So as soon as if he's focusing your Colossus, you just pick up your Colossus, and I will of course warp some units. I will simply warp some units, and I will be fine. I will be fine at this moment, and I know that it's a mech playstyle. So as soon as you know that it's a mech playstyle, you will simply do double upgrade if you didn't put your forge, and you will add one turret conceal and switch to mass immortal zealot archons. There is many style of mech. It can be a battle mech, so this is a battle mech. Battle mech is basically cyclone with aliens and some tanks. Slow mech, which is classic mech, is basically tank and alien, and Thor on the late game. And there is sky mech, which is not really common, and I already did a video about how to play against a sky mech, against Nathanias. I will add it at the top right corner of this video. And of course, yeah, of course, if you are subscribed to my channel, you probably know this game. So if you didn't subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my channel, and you will see that I try to cover all the build order of opponents. I try to explain each odd against each build order. Okay, so I do my immortal. I will start the charge. If you want, here you can add a second robotic to be really safe. Here I will try to scout my opponent and don't attack. To be honest, don't attack. You have some timings to attack. The best for me against a mech playstyle is the 2-2. So when you have +2 attack and +2 defense. But don't attack before this. As you can see, I will check a little bit the opponent. And he has so many cyclone, marines and tank. You can't really attack him at this timing. But when you play against a mech playstyle, as you can see, he will try sometimes to attack you. So here, just try to follow his army. To not be surprised. When you play against a mech player, the best way to kill his army is to attack when he's moving. If he can take, for example, this position, you are simply dead. You are simply dead. Okay, so Zealot Immortal Archons, as you can see, I don't have the... I have the Templar Archive, but I didn't make many units. So now he killed my Observer. It's not very good for me. At this moment, it's not very good for me because losing this can mean that he can attack me by this way, by this way, by this way. This way is terrible because there is this rock. If you don't kill this rock and he put some tanks here, it's insane. It's really insane. I will try to take another base, I think, here. You need to take as many bases as you can against a mech playstyle. And you can, because it's very hard for him to attack. So here, he tries to attack me with his Liberator, but not a big problem. Not a big problem. If you play against something like this, just take all your probes, move them back, warp 2 or 3 stalkers, and attack him, and it will be really okay. It will be really okay. So as you can see, I start my +2/+2. It's one of the most important things. Upgrades in this kind of situation is insane. So your damage dealer will be your immortals, your tank will be your zealot, and of course Archons will help a lot in this situation. So you will see that I will attack on my +2/+2. I always try to attack on my +2/+2, and if you play against standard mech player, someone who don't play it very well, you will win on your +2/+2 timing with a Zealot Immortal Archons. In some situation, and you will see that this game will be this kind of situation, you will need to switch, and yeah. So at the moment, it takes this position as I said, and this is just insane, because I didn't see him coming, and I will have to hold him. Okay, so in this kind of situation, it's simple, just attack, just attack. You have to attack. It's you can't let him take this position because he can add some bunkers, he can add some turrets, and it will be just insane. So just attack him. Here I need to attack him. So you see he adds some turrets, and yes, your Colossus can do a bit of the job. Here I try to micro a little bit with my warp prism, and I will just warp units. I will warp units here. The problem is the Liberator, but as you can see, because I counter-attack him, he couldn't take a good position, so this is good for me. Here, he will probably kill some units. My macro was terrible. My macro was terrible here. It was really terrible. Losing Immortals is not very good, because you can't really produce them like Zealot. This is not very good. But I hold him. I have 3 base. My +2/+2 is coming, and I have my 4th base. So this is okay. This is just okay. My +2/+2 is coming, and I will probably try to do a push on my +2/+2. I need my +2/+2, of course, but I need some units. I need some units. As you can see, I attack. And in most cases, you will simply win now, but you will see that it's not, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it doesn't work. So just Zealot. I have 3 mortals and attack. Here I will try to go here, if I can. If I can, I will kill this force base. It's really hard to attack when there is a sensor tower. But yeah, I try to go. We will just watch him. he has no force base, so this is a bit strange, and I can't really go at this position because of this rock and this SimCity. It's hard, but here, to be honest, I could attack here and win if I didn't take so much time. If I didn't take so much time, it would be okay. But don't attack on free liberators like this. Don't attack like this. And yeah, I try to find a way to attack. I try to force something like a move of the liberator. And yeah, I will attack. I will try to attack. I kill this rock and I attack my opponent. But yeah, this is just terrible. This is just terrible here. Yeah, I need to go back. I need to go back. Yeah, I can't. I don't pass. And he did a good fight. He did just a good fight. And now, how to play when you are in this position? This is a terrible position because he has so many tanks. You didn't do. You did a big fail. This is just a big fail. So here you have to switch to Sky. Basically, in PvT. When you play against a mech, you can play the Immortal Archons, but on a late game, I think that playing with skytoss is way better. So I will add 4 stargates, just 4 stargates, because I have the economy to do this kind of war. So here I will go back to a defensive position. Of course, I will add attack upgrades and shield upgrades, which will help me a little bit. You can go to Tempest directly, but it's a bit risky, and I recommend you to do some Void Rays. Void Rays are really strong, and in the next patch they will be stronger, just stronger. So yeah, Void Rays, and of course switch to Tempest, but make some Void Rays. As you can see, I don't really stop my immortal production. I go to I have 5 immortals, which will be very useful. I try to do a little drop here. I lost, I think that it was 2 Archons. It's not very good, but in this kind of situation, you need some times, and times means trying to drop your opponent to have these times. And he will attack me. As you can see, the army is totally different. Is in a good spot. But you will see that with a Stargate playstyle, you will be fine. So don't go directly to a Stargate playstyle if he plays a battle mech. But against a battle mech, I will be able to pass here. He did an opening with a battle mech and he switched to a slow mech. This is totally a slow mech. Okay, let's go to my vision again. And he will attack me. So you see, I have 4 Void Rays. I'm at this position because I expect an attack, but here, I realize, sorry, that the attack is here. Here, this is really shitty. This is just shitty. So he takes a good position. I will simply regroup my army and I will try a frontal attack. Just try to do frontal attack. Okay, you see, I attack him, I try to do some damage, and with my Void Rays, I will simply focus his Liberators, and as soon as I kill the Liberators, I will focus Siege Tank, and you will see that it will be really okay. I lose my army, of course, but he can't really attack me now. He can't really attack me because he has nothing to hold the sky. And this is the reason why playing mech is really hard in PvT for the Terran, because you can't really play with Thors, because Thor are weak against Immortal, and you can't. If you didn't expect the switch to Sky, you will lose the fight. And as soon as you lose the fight, you are not in a good spot. So here I will try to come back to the game, and I will simply play with Tempest and Sky. Yes, Sky. Tempest, Zealot, and if I can, I will do some Immortals, but here I can't really do Immortals. And when you switch to Sky, like me, you should expect something like Battlecruiser, Vikings, and cyclones. And in this kind of situation, you need the blink. That's the reason why I go to blink against a mech, because most of the time I will engage my opponent. It will switch to Vikings. It will kill probably my sky units, and I will need some stalkers to finish the game. So this is the only reason why I go to blink. This is because I expect to lose the fight or to trade my sky units, and I will probably need some stalkers to finish the game, because at the moment he should stop producing tanks. It's useless to have tanks. So we will just check the game. He has some tanks, but he didn't make more tanks. He's switching to Thor, and yeah, he's switching to Thor. But with Tempest, it will be okay. You can go to carrier if you want, but I recommend to play carrier only if it goes to battle cruiser or something, or really mass air. At the moment, I will have to deal with some ground units, so this is just perfect. I will attack him, of course. I will attack him, and I will try to engage. He is full supply. He's full supply. I will attack. So all my gas will go to Archons, if I can. All my mineral will go to zealot. Here it tries to run by me. This is very good, to be honest. This is very good to try this kind of move. I lose some probe, but this is okay. This is okay. And now it tries to engage me, and it will be terrible for him. This is... You should never do this kind of attack, because I have so many tempests. I simply have so many tempests. As you can see, Thor are not really good against Protoss army. This is the reason why you don't want to do them. This is not very good, and he loses all his army. I will just counter push him as soon as I beat this army. As soon as I beat it, don't go directly like this, because you can lose your war prism against the Thor. Here I will simply switch to warp and attack. So I can make some warping of zealots, some stalkers, but here if he can't really kill my my tempest, I can simply make zealot and archons. It will be way enough. It will be simply way enough, and very useful against Thor. Very useful against Thor. Here it didn't kill any of my tempest, and it's simply a win. When you play against a mech playstyle, always try to do a Zealot Immortal Archons push on your +2/+2, and if you fail this, switch to Sky. You can of course switch directly to Sky, but do it only if he's playing slow mech. If he's playing battle mech and you switch to Sky really too early, you will simply lose the game. I hope you like this video, thank you again for watching, bye!